Number 23, y equals 6x plus 18. One of the equations in a system of two linear equations is given. The system has no solution. Which equation could be the second equation in the system? All right, so two things they are testing here. They are testing your knowledge of how linear equations relate to each other, and then if you can identify the slope in these provided answers. So there's three kinds of linear equations. There's three things that can happen when two lines interact. They can cross each other, in which case it has one solution. They can be the same line, just written differently, in which case there are infinite solutions because they overlap each other. Or they can be parallel. They will never cross. And that has no solution. And that's what we're looking at. When it has no solution, they have the same slope. Infinite solutions is same slope, same slope. Infinite solutions is same slope and same y-intercept. If it has those two, they overlap. If it's a same slope and a different y-intercept, then they are parallel and there is no solution. So not just same slope. Be careful of that because I can pretty much guarantee that one like this, they're going to include an option in there that has the same slope and the same y-intercept to try to mess with you. Okay, can you do this by graphing before I write everything out? You can. I think it's a little slower for this particular problem. Your mileage may vary. It's not a huge difference in this particular case. And granted, one thing you don't know before you start graphing is which answer it's going to be. Okay, let me pause for just a second, back up a little bit. The way you would solve this with graphing is you would type all of these into your graphing calculator, and you'd also type this one, and you'd see which one it matches. Now, what you don't know before you start that is the answer going to be near the top of the pack or is it near the bottom? You may end up having to type in all four before you get to the bottom. Or it may be a good day for you and you only have to type in the first one or the second one. You have no way of knowing. So it may be very quick. It may take a little longer. It's a little bit of a risk. If you are looking at this through this other sort of perspective, which I'm looking at, and you're very familiar with the slope-intercept form, it may be a little faster. Do what works best for you. Slope-intercept form is when y is by itself and everything else is on the right. The constant that is next to the x, the number, is going to be your slope. And the number that's the b, that's by itself. I keep writing slop. Why am I doing that? I'm writing and then I'm moving on before I finish the word. The b is going to be the y-intercept. Yes, I know how to spell slope. My brain's moving on and like, you don't need to finish that word. Nah, don't do it. Just write slop. And so it's y-intercept is the b. And all of the ones they provided are almost in this y slope-intercept form where y equals mx plus b, but they're not quite. They have all the x's over there. So this is standard form, where the x's and y's are on one side. Why I say it's close to slope-intercept form is because all the y's are single y's. They don't have a coefficient. So I'm not going to have to move the x's over to the other side and then divide everything by this coefficient to get y by itself. All I have to do is move the x's over. So if I'm looking at that, I'm like, okay, let me see if I can do this more in my head, as it were, instead of writing all these out. So what happens when you move something over? You're going to do the opposite. So here we have a negative 6y. So I'm going to add, 6x. So I'm going to add 6x to both sides. So if I add 6x, it's going to get rid of that. I'm going to have 6x plus 18. And all of these are going to be that same way. It's just going to move it over to the other side and it changes it from a negative to a positive, essentially. So if I look at that way, like, okay, all those are going to disappear and it's going to be, I'm writing it after, but kind of imagine they were in the other order. 6x plus 18, 6x plus 22, 12x, not 6, 12x plus 36, and 12x plus 18. So if I kind of look at it that way, either sketching that out really quickly or seeing that in my head, I don't have to type everything out. And then I can oh, okay, it's already in my y equals mx plus b. And what am I looking for? Again, it's two things. It is the same slope and it is a different y-intercept. Yay, I wrote slope, not slop that time. I'm improving. A different y-intercept. Now I'm double checking different. I'm like, please tell me I didn't misspell different when I wrote that. I did not. Yes. Okay, so the same slope. This one that's in the y equals mx plus b format. 6 is my slope. That is my slope. Is 6, and my y-intercept. I wrote slop again. For the love of Pete. What is with me today? I don't know. Okay, and 18 is my y-intercept. Some days you're just a little sloppy. What can I say? Today is a sloppy day. Slope, and 18 is the y-intercept. My brain has just decided, no, you don't need to finish words. Just move on. What are the slopes of A and B? They are both 6. That coefficient by the x is 6. Okay, they have the same slope. They're both contenders. What about C and D? No, for those, the slope is 12. They do not have the same slope. A and B pass the first test. Now we need different y-intercept. The y-intercept for the original line is 18. Let's see, in A, the slope-intercept, that number that's by itself, is 18. No, that is not a different y-intercept. Those two lines are the same. They would overlap. They would have infinite solutions. A is out. So it must be B. Let's double check it. It has the same slope. Yes, we've already confirmed that. And it has a different y-intercept. It has 22. That is it. And this is probably the most writing and mess that I've made on a series of answers when doing one of these. So let's clean it up just to be absolutely clear. We are saying B. B is my answer because if we wrote it, it would be y equals 6x plus 22, meaning it has a slope of 6, the same slope as the original, but a different y-intercept of 22. B is your answer. Hey guys, it's Alyssa, and if you're looking for more SAT or PSAT help, go to mathwithalyssa.com. You can get over 25 hours. Yes, 25 hours of test prep, including math and reading and writing. And there's dozens of practice questions, downloadable study guides, you name it. Links to everything in the description down below. Leave me a comment if you have any questions about this video or any suggestions for future videos. And if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.